Are you an experienced sailor? Or have you yet to experience the joys of getting out on the open water and harnessing the power of the wind? Whether you've done it your whole life or you have never tried water sports or stepped foot on a sailing boat, sailing in Mallorca is an experience you won't soon forget. Hello there, pal, this is Navisyo, and in today's video we'll show you these beaches in Mallorca with a yacht charter. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and enable notifications. If you want to learn more about boats, please visit our website at www.navisyo.com, linked below. Experienced sailors can handle the ropes themselves, but if you don't know your stern from your bow, you can also explore Mallorca by boat while kicking back and letting someone else do all of the hard work for you. In either case, you'll see this beautiful island from a new perspective and discover hidden coves that you'd never know existed unless you reached them from the water. So, get your sea legs ready, put on your life jacket, and prepare to sail around this Mediterranean island on the best Mallorca sailing holidays. We'll go over some of the best places to visit by boat in Mallorca, as well as escapes to some of its neighboring Balearic Islands. Let's go sailing in the Balearic Islands and explore Cabrera Island. Cabrera is the 5th largest island in the Balearic archipelago, located just south of Mallorca. It is uninhabited and designed as a national park. It's number 1 on our list of places to sail in Mallorca because there are few places where you can escape modern life and immerse yourself in nature quite so effectively. It takes about an hour and a half from Palma's port and only 40 minutes from Cala de Sant Elm. The journey itself is breathtaking as you'll pass by numerous other small islands along the way. To moor at one of the buoys, you must first obtain a permit. Anchoring is not permitted, and visitor numbers are limited, ensuring peace and tranquility. There is a fee to overnight moor your boat here. If you don't have your boat, you can hire one or join one of the limited Mallorca day trips that bring tourists out to the island during the summer. You could also go on a Formentor boat trip. The captive Formentor, or Formentor Peninsula, is Mallorca's most beautiful area, located in the island's northwest corner. It's another spot where you can lose yourself in the beauty of nature while sailing in Mallorca, like Cabrera. It's important to note that mooring to one of the buoys up here overnight is not cheap, so you'll most likely to be in the company of some stunning and extremely expensive yachts, especially if you come in high season. But if you can afford it, it's well worth it because it's truly tranquil and a one-of-a-kind location. Sailing in Mallorca would be incomplete without exploring more of the east coast. Trenc is a beautiful white sand beach near Cala de Sant Elm in Mallorca's southeast. There's a little more going on here than many of the other beaches we've mentioned, with a few beach restaurants and bars to choose from, as well as sunbeds for rent. It's also incredibly long, so there's plenty of room for everyone, even on the busiest summer days when it seems like the entire world and his wife are on vacation in Mallorca. Unlike many beaches on this list, you can anchor safely without harming the delicate seabed and spending the day relaxing in the sun, sea, and sand. After the east, let's head to West Mallorca and cruise around Cala and Basset and Sant Elm. The dramatic Cala and Basset is located in the far west of Mallorca, just north of the picturesque village of Sant Elm. This isn't a place to lie on the sand because there isn't any. Instead, it's a rocky cove, so bring your snorkel because there are treasures to be found beneath the surface of the water here. Because of its strategic location, this cave was once used by pirates. From here, you can see the island of Dragonera. Also, take a look at this Cala Deià. From the village of Deià, a winding, single-lane road leads to a lovely pebble beach sheltered by wooden bluffs. Once a tiny fishing port, this idyllic cala is now frequented by a footloose international crowd of fashion and music industry folk, Instagrammers, and floating Deià residents. Cos Patro, upon the left as you approach the beach, is the nicer of the two rustic chiringuitos, serving simple rice dishes and grilled fish at exorbitant prices. In high season, parking at the beach is a nightmare. Instead, take a short hike from the village down a footpath through olive groves and orchards. The majority of these suggestions are geared toward the fortunate few sailing in Mallorca on their boat. But if that's not you, don't worry, you can still have a good time on the water. Simply go to www.navisyo.com and browse and select from all of our boat offers in the Balearic Islands. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Returning to the list, you should visit Platja de Alcdia. This gently curving 3-kilometer stretch of sand next to the medieval town of Alcdia is not only beautiful and well kept, but it also checks all the boxes for a family beach day. According to experts, the shallow, warm, and crystal clear water is a dream for small children. And the fine white sand is ideal for sandcastle building. Showers, changing rooms, and restrooms are available. Kayaks and pedalos can be rented. Even a playground. A wooden boardwalk leads to restaurants and boards. But this isn't a party beach. Even on hot summer days, there's a pleasantly low-key atmosphere, and the generous expanse of sand means it rarely feels crowded. Of course, we must not overlook the Portitxol. Portitxol, a former fishing port, has become one of Palma's most desirable barrios in recent years. And for a good reason. This charming enclave with its seafront of fishermen's houses is just minutes away by car or a 10-minute walk along the Paseo Maritimo from the town center. The beach, mostly used by locals, is ideal for a quiet evening dip before dinner at one of the many restaurants that have sprouted up along the strip. Sa roqueta is a traditional fish dish. Look at this, it's the Trenc. After 3 decades of protest, the island's famous Virgin Beach was saved from development in 2008. It stretches lazily along the south coast between Cala de Sant Jordi and Sarapita, backed by pine woods where cicadas whir in the midday heat. Expect white sand as fine as castor sugar and shallow waters of spectacular Caribbean blue. But don't get too carried away with Robinson Crusoe fantasies, as Trenc's fame has spread far and wide. Keep in mind that there are no restrooms, showers, or other amenities on the beach, and you must bring your sunshade. When your beach day is done, visit the nearby Saltworks, a charming shack-style shop and cafe. The Playa del Carbó is not to be missed. True beach connoisseurs understand that the more difficult it is to reach, the more pristine and more paradisial the plaza. Carbó is an excellent example. The only way to get there is on foot from the south coast town of Cala de Sant Jordi, a pleasant 3-kilometer walk along the coast, stopping for a dip at Playa des Dolç. But even this is too much for many visitors. It's their loss because Carbó's glassy waters of forget-me-not blue are on par with any in the Med. The usual advice applies to this extra virgin beach. Bring shade, food and drink, and the whole shebang. Finally, there is the Magaluf. Its name lives on in the annals of tabloid lore as a byword for evil and bad behavior among British citizens. However, Magaluf has a lot more going for it than Sun readers might think. The beach itself is a classic, with a sheltered southern bay and mirror-clean water. A smartening up campaign is clearing out the drunks and transforming the resort's 1970s hotels into retro-chic marvels like the 4-stall Melia South Beach. Further evidence of Magaluf's upward mobility can be found at the Mallorcan branch of Niki Beach, which is ideal for a sunset glass of Viev, a boogie, and a laugh. Of course, there is more to do in Mallorca than simply visit the beaches, so why not plan a true one-of-a-kind vacation centered on a private yacht rental? You have complete control over what you do, when you do it, and where you do it. Browse our Mallorca boat rentals at www.navisyo.com, which is linked below in the description box. We have several boats available for rent by the owner. That's all for today's video. Please visit our website to learn more about our boat rental services in Balearic Island. To stay updated and informed about boats and sailing, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to be notified of every upload. This is Navisyo, and we'll see you again in our next video.